Everyone stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, if you're here today, happy Friday. We made it through for the most part. Say what up. We currently have the S&Ps at 15, up 15. Dow's up 90, NASDAQ up 38. So, I would say not necessarily a win, but not horrible. They just laid in pretty much all week. There was, one green day that was pretty good, but just not enough. Not enough if you're bullish, of course. What's going on, Jeff, Jack, Aram, Rui? How you doing? If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. Samir, let's get some likes up in here. So, made it to Friday. Future habits. How we doing? Gonna get things popping. So, Derek, we made it. But did we? All right, couple things going on this morning. What's going on, man, child? All right. So, first things up, obviously Peloton, and they reported earnings here. So their sales surged 172%, first quarter ever reporting a profit. I got them on Amazon.com. So the first time they ever reported a profit. For the first quarter, sales also exceeded analysts' expectation. So, Peloton really wasn't moving a whole lot last night, but right at open, it kind of moved around, but closed at 87. Market didn't help it off any, but overnight and this morning pre-market hit a high of $189. Well, $100.89, not $189, $100.89. Right now it's coming down a little bit. Market overall is slowly coming down as well. So, Chathan, how you doing? Peloton, definitely one to watch right now. It is just parabolic. Did anyone trade Peloton earnings? Yeah, Peloton was. I got rid of my indicators. All right. Anyways, we'll deal with it. Yeah, Peloton ever since 65, it was building consolidation at 65. It just blasted off. Have a 90-95 call spread, credit spread or debit spread. Yeah, the expected move on Peloton was $11, and it's up 10. So it's right within the expected move. Sold before earnings. Nice. So the only thing with the debit, you got to be a little bit careful. Implied volatility for this week was at 311%. Implied volatility on the weeklies for next week, or the monthlies, are at 161%. So that's pretty high. So when you're doing a debit, anything through earnings, you got to be careful about that premium crush. Even if it goes in your favor, you may not be making as much money as you thought you would because of that premium crush. So that's the big risk, especially, Peloton, 311%. So far within the expected move. It's right on the edge of it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But take what you can get. Take what you can get. If it expires today, take what you can get. You don't want to be messing around with same day expiration. And if you're profitable, because it's a little bit violent, the option pricing. Yo, Mel, how you doing? Why? What was the expected move? It was $11. It's up 10. Just under 10. Man, I think my allergies or something's getting to me. Whew. All right. So, Peloton, Oracle also reported earnings as well last night. It's up decent. Oracle expected move was only $2.78. Right now it has moved about to 80. So again, right within the expected move. The question is, are they going to push it up beyond the expected move? But you can kind of see the theme here. Everything's getting pushed right to the expected move and stopping. It's not a coincidence. But Oracle increased in the revenue in the quarter, top estimates after sales declined in the prior period. I don't know anything of what, I think the big thing with Oracle, Microsoft, and Walmart right now is I don't think things are going to come together with the TikTok deal. I mean, what do you guys think? I really don't think so. I don't think things are gonna happen with the TikTok deal. I mean, we have Oracle obviously moving on up. Even on the TikTok news, it's basically same price it was moving on the TikTok news. So I think that it's kind of priced in. I got it on Thinkorswim. It might be different on Tastyworks. Tastyworks and Thinkorswim show pricing is a little bit different in terms of expected move and also implied volatility. They use different formula or something. It's I mean, it's close, but it's a little different. Generally speaking, they're going to be in the same area, but they do calculate it a little differently. I don't know what the main differences are, and I honestly don't know if they would tell us. So we can see. I can call up Tom and be like, "Yo, man, what's your formula for implied volatility and what's your formula for the expected move? And let me know." And he's gonna say, "Get out of here. Keep trading." It's like, "Get out of here, you bum." That's what he's gonna say. I thought the same guy created the platform. He did. Except he sold Thinkorswim to TD Ameritrade for $700 million and then became a competitor. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So Microsoft and Walmart. I think Microsoft probably is it's in danger. I mean, it's coming back down to the support area here. And I wish I had my, where are you? Hold on. I was doing some videos last night and I took these off. Hold on. Okay, we're back to normal. Okay, so one thing about Microsoft right now, it came back down to like the 200 area. It closed at 205. It did hit a low of, what was the low yesterday? Yeah, 204 before bouncing. But I mean, we're under the 50-day right here. We're kind of consolidating. We're back here. The only reason why it went up was on that TikTok news, and then it sold off, gave up all those gains. I mean, maybe it will happen, but I don't think I don't know. What do you guys think? Is the TikTok deal happening or what? Daniel Pauletta, what's going on? If you guys are just joining, say what up. If you guys do me the favor, hit the like button. I don't know. Is it TikTok? I don't know. I think that the TikTok deal may be in trouble. I was reading something this morning about ByteDance is trying to ramp up advertising in other places due to the ban coming. Trump said he won't extend deadline. Yeah, I don't know. Nick Johnson, what's up? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I don't think anybody knows. Trump probably doesn't even know. He just knows it's getting the hammer. It's getting the ban hammer, and it's coming. But Walmart's giving up some gains too. Can it come back down to the 130? I don't know. They do have Walmart Plus, which is a pretty big catalyst coming out next week. So hopefully that will start pumping the stock next week, but it's hard to say. That was a pretty big sell-off for Walmart, but it should climb back up. We'll see. It seems to like, it did like the 130 area for support, and now it seems to like this like 135, 136 area as well. So last time I bumped down here, pumped up to 151. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we have, for next week, we do have Adobe and FedEx. We have Adobe and FedEx coming in Tuesday. And then it's going to be, earnings is going to be a little bit quiet for a while until things get figured out. Probably until October, we get earnings season will start ramping up again. But right now, we're kind of on the downhill. Do you ever use Bollinger Bands for options? I do not. I think so. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check. Hold on. Might be wrong. These earnings calendars, you never really know. And it's saying September 15th. We can check. I'll check Tastyworks too. Let's check Tastyworks too. Tastyworks is saying also September 15th. So yes. I mean, maybe it'll change, but right now, absolutely September 15th. It's hard to keep track. I get it. What's going on, Michael? Yeah, when did they release earnings last? They were in that was in June. I mean, this will be the third month. So yeah, I mean, so it's right on schedule. And that was in June. So yeah, FedEx is interesting because, I mean, obviously it's just since last earnings has just continued to climb into the stratosphere because obviously with the COVID and deliveries and all that. So they're like, hey, we're having the best time of our life because we're delivering all these packages and we're just grinding up. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to continue this grind. We kind of have to see what happens. I'm guessing it will be. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I mean, the roads have definitely been. In the Chicago area, the roads have definitely been a lot busier. Have you guys been noticing that too? Like a lot more people on the road. Like before, Chicago's pretty notorious for traffic and just being slow in general. And I was able to go practically anywhere relatively quickly. That would normally take like an hour and a half, sometimes even 2 hours. I was getting there like 30, 40 minutes, 25 minutes even, but now it was like, okay, this really sucks. Like people are back on the road and I think people are trying to return back to normal. So I wonder if, as things return back to normal, will the stock market start recovering or will it stall out because that progress was already priced in? That's the question. Yo, Sammy, what's up? We're having the best time of our lives while some people are having the worst. Yeah, I mean, that's like Amazon. Amazon's like, yeah, the COVID is the best thing that happened to us. We're putting businesses out of business and we're becoming, the biggest business on the planet, Amazon.com. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't like Jeff Bezos, Yeah, it's just a transfer. It's just a transfer of wealth. I mean, shut down the mom and pops and shop on Amazon. Why not? Why not? And all those things that you were worried about for security, thanks to coronavirus, you now have all that embedded into your phone for tracking and all that purposes. It's great. It's great. Got it done. You didn't even need to go through any approvals or anything. It was just put this on your phone. It's gonna be fine. Chewy, what's up, Michael? Thoughts on Etsy upgrades? I mean, any e-commerce is doing well right now. I don't necessarily like this chart where it's at. I do think it likes this 110 area. It seems to be consolidating here, but I don't know if it's going to move it. It's at 112 right now. I mean, that thing sold off hard yesterday from 118 down to 110. I mean, that was pretty rough. So I think it's trying to consolidate here around the 110. I think it needs to build nice consolidation between 100 and 110 before its next leg up, but you never know. Do you ever make moves on new IPOs? Sometimes I buy shares, but not really. Joshua, J Cam, what's going on? Sometimes I buy shares, but not really, not often. All right, yeah, let's take a look at Apple. Apple also has been struggling super, super hard. I'm definitely glad I sold the open yesterday because I had a position on Apple. It went negative by about 40% when it came down in here, moved back up. I was still a little bit negative, not by much, and then it gapped up and I was positive, and I'm like, I'm going to get rid of this thing like it's hot. Like, I'm done with Apple. It caused me like 3 to 4 days worth of pain. We out of here, green. We saw death, stared it in its face, and we got out green. But that thing sold off, super aggressive yesterday from above. It opened up above 120 and it closed down at 113, hit a low of, what was the low? 112. Whew. I do think that it likes, again, like Etsy, it likes the 110 area. It likes this 110 area. I think that we can all agree. That this run was a bit artificial. It was a bit artificial. Because, everybody was like, oh, I need to get in before the stock split. I need to make sure I get the stock split. And I was saying, like, you do know that you could still buy shares after the stock split. Like, if you want to have 4 shares, you can buy it after the stock split, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, SoftBank helped me. Yeah, SoftBank. Are they trying to? I think SoftBank is down 13 billion right now. Are they trying? Well, I guess that's not even a question. Seems apparent that they are trying to take down or at least take SoftBank's money, and we're the byproduct. We're just the fallout. Yo, Derek, it's been a long week, man. It's Friday. It's been a long week. So Apple, I think that, this 110 area, it does like this 110 area, just kind of hanging out here. It's been getting saved, but again, market is super dicey right now. The question is like, hey, after a week of selling, are we going to have a green week next week? Are we going to continue the selling? Are we going to continue more pain? Kind of my goal for today is to reduce risk, kind of going to next week, see what it is, and play it by ear, because right now it's more about being patient than it is about being right. You could be right, but it's incredibly, there's a lot of risk riding into options right now. This could, we could, to be honest with you, this could come back to 95 or 100, no doubt, on Apple. Not trying to scare you, but it is probable. You saw these big moves intraday over the last week. A few days ago it was 132 and it reached a low of 110. Anything can happen. Home Depot is, I think Home Depot probably is one of the stronger stocks out right now. Even though it's sold off, it's maintaining its bullish trend. It's being helped by the housing data. Homes are being flipped incredibly fast right now. You have record low interest rates. People are buying homes. Whether they can afford it or not, who knows? We'll find out in the future. But people are buying homes. People are doing housing projects due to coronavirus, fixing things up, and Home Depot has become a byproduct of that. And it is, it dropped below the 50-day. But the range is getting a little tight here between 270 and 280. It's just kind of pinging back and forth, and that's what we've been doing kind of on the S&P as well. We're just pinging back and forth in a tighter range. I know the moves seem pretty big, but we're basically pinging between 330, 340, or in this case 333 and 343. I know the ranges are big on the daily because we're not used to moving that much when we were in lower volatility environments like we were last month. Like we're just kind of inching along here. Red days weren't so bad. Now red days or even green days, we're moving 10 points, 12 points in a day. So, but it looks like it's just pinging. Like if you forward, we're just pinging after we had this drop. We're just pinging, and the market's trying to say, hey, where are we going to consolidate? Let's digest this move. Let's see what's going to happen. We don't know if we're going to sell off more. We don't know if we're going to go up more. We're just going to kind of ping between these two numbers, burn out some premium on the call and put side, and call it a day. And that's essentially what I think is happening right now. They're like just kind of pinging it back and forth. Even right now, they're gapping it up small. It did hit up to 337 on SPY, but I don't know. Is today going to be? What do you guys think? Is today going to be a green Friday, or are they gonna close it red? People were like so sure yesterday was going to be like a double green. We had a green day Wednesday, and then yesterday we gapped up pretty big, and it just went right down the drain. People think they are getting a better deal shopping from Amazon. For example, I was looking for skewers for barbecue party. Amazon had them for $8. I was shopping at Walmart, picked them up for $2. Yeah, it's not always the better deal. But Etsy like a month ago, been going down since. Got out a few days ago. Red Dust, sorry to hear, man. Yo, Trevor, man. Yeah, real estate. I was thinking about you the other day. Real estate is popping. Hope you're staying safe in Cali with all the fires. I see the pictures. It's pretty crazy. Shaq Nick for a swing. Metals up for a swing. Hank. Shake Shack. So Shake Shack got upgraded. Shake Shack is making some moves based on, I know it sold off yesterday. The reason why I was up yesterday is because New York is opening dining. Now, I don't think that's going to have a huge impact like on Shake Shack overall number. I don't know how many stores does Shake Shack even have in New York. I mean, in Chicago area that I can count, we might have like 4. 4, maybe 3. I'm trying to remember. 3 to 4. We have 3 to 4 in the Chicago area. So I think that this sell-off was a little bit much. I mean, they've been recovering, but I'm a little weary. Is it going to fill this gap or not? So far, it has not, and it got rejected pretty hard yesterday when it tried to. People thought it was going for the gap fill. It did not. I mean, I think eventually it will, but Shake Shack has had a pretty rough ride. I think they're doing pretty well, but I think Shake Shack, this is definitely a tough one. I wouldn't chase. I mean, it might continue going back up. I think the better buy, if I was going to trade this, if it can come back down to like the 60 area, trade the 60 to 70 range. I don't know if it'll come back down to 55, but they had some upgrades, and then New York opened up their in dining, in room dining. What do you even call that? In restaurant dining? I don't know. So I wouldn't chase. Like for me, I wouldn't chase it, but I mean I can't play them all, right? Yeah, gold. If you're looking at gold, if you look at GC, gold's down right now, which is a little bit troublesome. Kind of look at. I was talking about this yesterday. Is look at how different things correlate to different market movements. Okay, so gold ramped up. We gapped up on the SPY. Gold sold off sharply. So did SPY. Okay. So we got to look at these indicators. Look at TLT yesterday. TLT the same. It gapped down, stabilized, and it ramped up while the market was continue going down. So we got to look. We got to be smart about this. You can see the sell-offs coming. Just look for the indicators. Hope all is well in Chicago. Yeah, Trevor, the weather has started to turn for the worse here. I think next week's going to be better, but it's been like 50s and raining and miserable. Get me out of here. I'm not going to cry. Who wants to hold over the weekend? Jack, I think that some people are forced to hold. I think some people, Jack, I don't think people want to hold over the weekend. I think some people are kind of forced to. Unless they're giving a great way to exit today. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Market's opening up in about 6 minutes. Tesla hurt me bad yesterday. Lesson learned. Yeah, man, I made $800 at open on Tesla, and then I lost 400 of it intraday day trading. Not good. It definitely faked me out on the intraday when it was consolidating. I thought it was going to ramp up to 400, and it did not a second time. It did the first time, missed it. So I tried it for the second time, did not go well. Faiz, Uber. Yeah, let's take a look. So Uber and Lyft have been benefiting from increased travel. Now travel, like we were talking about earlier in the stream, transportation's picking up. More people are out and about right now, especially, like I said, in the Chicago area. But Uber and Lyft are still saying, hey, we're down 50% from where we were a year ago. So at this time, exact time frame in 2019, they're down 50%. But the stock is trying to recover a little bit. I think that, I honestly think until we get a full recovery, Uber and Lyft are just going to ping back and forth support. And that's all that it's been doing. It's trying to break out here. It may try to make a run up to 38. Right now it's at 36, but I think that it's just going to ping back and forth. I mean, there's not really much of a catalyst. I mean, Lyft looks pretty bad. Uber, I think, looks way better than Lyft because Uber does have the Uber Eats business. Lyft, I don't know what they're doing, why they don't have a food business, why they're not trying to compete, why they're not trying to get at Instacart or DoorDash or try to launch this. I don't know why. Why Lyft has been a disappointment. But same thing with Lyft. I mean, it's slowly grinding down though, so it looks a bit bearish. I mean, it is back at support levels, but it needs a catalyst. Hey James, how you doing? Yesterday, DKNG did me awesome. Do you think today might pull back before a push past all-time highs? Now, DKNG, catalyst for DKNG, obviously, football is back. People are going to be gambling. I think the real catalyst is if it gets any major drops, I would look to buy like into November, maybe December timeframe, because I think that there's a lot of buzz right now with the NFL. It's moving up. It's at 43. I think that it can break out here, but I think that they need to leak some numbers and say, hey, this is how many people gambled or bet on our app this past month or this past week. Numbers are through the roof. This is amazing. In Illinois, they actually opened up Sportsbook, so DraftKings and FanDuel Sportsbook, where you can actually bet. You could do DraftKings and FanDuel before, but it's now open to online betting through their Sportsbook, which is probably more profitable. So I would say DraftKings is probably going to be, I think it's going to be a lot higher than this in the future. The question is, when is that going to happen? When you're buying stock, you don't really care all that much. You just buy the stock and it goes up and you can hold it for a long period of time. But when you have an options contract, you need to be right about how much time you give yourself, because options and time, not their best friends. And if you're selling premium, that's fine. If you want to sell some credit put spreads down here in 35, go for it. Sell credit put spreads right at support and hang on. Let it ride. Are touristy place opens the public in Chicago like Willis Tower? I think so. I think things are open, like the zoo's open, stuff like that, but at reduced capacity. I don't know. I haven't really gone. I don't really want to go to those places right now. I never really liked going to those places before, but the Bean is always open because it's outside, so you can just walk right up there. But I wouldn't want to touch it. Everyone likes to touch it. You don't want to touch it. They actually have a guy that just cleans the Bean all day. Like, I would not want to be that guy right now. Or before. It was terrible. Because it's like the super shiny object. People going on there that are touching it. They're trying to take pictures, and all they do is touch it. And all he has to do all day long, wipe it down, wipe it down, wipe it down. That's gotta be rough for that guy. God bless him. Purple went high yesterday. Maybe I should have took profits. Hope I don't regret it. Yeah. I licked it one time. Nah, man. No, dude. Oh my gosh. Well, you're still here, thankfully. I don't know if you want to be licking the Bean during a pandemic, but I mean, I'm sure there's some crazy people out there. NKLA puts are working at NK, and oh, you got COVID now? Not surprised. If you're licking the Bean, I'm not surprised. Yeah, NKLA, I mean, hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. It got new. The GM pump went through, but now NKLA is just kind of sitting. All right, market's opening in about 20 seconds. Now it's just sitting at support. Man, this is an ugly chart, though. Definitely an ugly chart. Holding in video over the weekend. Joshua, I hope not. I hope we can get a pump and I can GTFO and leave this town. That's what I want. I want to make some money today. I want to get out of here. I mean, I've been taking profits every day, but I want to. I don't really want to hold in video over the weekend. I would prefer not to. It would be preferable not to. We'll see what option pricing coming in at. Again, they're talking about the bean in Chicago, Derek. Let me show you. If you don't know what the bean is, let me show you. Here we go. This is the bean in Chicago. So it's this super shiny thing. Well, bean was closed. I don't know if it's still closed, but it's this super shiny. It's just like, looks like a big coffee bean. And it's a tourist attraction outside. And yeah, that's what it is. I mean, why they decided to put this here, I don't know. But people like to go see it. I mean, it is pretty cool because there's no openings. I mean, I don't know how they actually made it, but I mean, it is a work of art. But at the same time, I don't think you want to be, you don't really want to, let alone, I mean, I don't think you really want to touch it, let alone lick it. Oh my gosh. I mean, come on, man. Come on, bro. All right, so Tesla is moving. Anybody in Tesla? There was news about Tesla this morning. I'm trying to find it. It says Tesla plans to export China-made Model 3 cars to Asian and European markets, according to multiple reports, with max production of vehicles intended for export to begin during the fourth quarter. So they're going to be exporting. Man, they are clubbing Tesla. They're like, oh my gosh. I'm glad that, I mean, I'm in Tesla, but I'm in what expiration am I in? Okay, I'm in October expiration, so I have quite a bit of time. I mean, I definitely glad that I sold that rip yesterday, but needed to run a 410 to break even. Yeah, right now on my credit put spread, I'm down 300, so it's not terrible. So I'm down 14% on that, but yeah, I need to run up to 400. I think everyone's like, we need to run up to 400. We bought the dip from 500 to 400, and now it went to 360. We're dead. We're dead. I mean, it's a good example of this to show why you don't necessarily chase all the time, and if you do chase, keep the risk low. Like, I'm not stressing over $300. I mean, it's not good, but you know, I'm not going to stress about it. Would love to buy Tesla at 250. I'm sure a lot of people would. Hopefully it doesn't get there. Maybe it will, but I hope not. I think Tesla will top out 450. October expiration, yeah. Everyone in October expiration is just like clenching cheeks and hanging on. Like there's like of course the market they're selling off the market open here. Yeah, Nvidia is getting sold off a little bit here. I mean, not looking ideal for. When is Battery Day? I know it's coming up. I think people are placing too much hope in Battery Day. So September 22nd. September 22nd, we're going to have Battery Day. I think I don't know. Do you guys think he's gonna report something monumental, or is it just gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, what's the plan? What's the plan? So it's not looking like a very strong open right now. We're kind of moving down, and NKLA down another 7%. Apple's getting the flush. Everything's getting flushed. It always makes it look something monumental. Yeah, I don't know. I just realized there was a 3-minute delay. My bell rang first. Is there a 3-minute? Let me see. Is there a 3-minute? I don't think there's 3 minutes. I have it set to low latency. It shouldn't be 3 minutes. It should be at the most like 30 seconds. Man, they are axing Apple every day. Peloton. That's coming back down in the range. Does not look like a good open. Right now, S&Ps are up 9, Dow's up 78, and NASDAQ up 21. They're like, we gotta hang on. My bell rang about 5 seconds. I guess it depends on your internet speed. Well, hopefully. I mean, Red Dust, I hope we see 420 on Tesla soon. I really do. Man, BABA actually gapped up $4 or $5, but it doesn't look like it moved anywhere. It just came back to where it's been gravitating to the last couple days. 272, 275 area. They really axed BABA yesterday too. I mean, it's been a like the mornings have been slow. Same thing if you look at SPY yesterday. For the first hour, we were just pinging back and forth, and then they tanked it. What we got going on? What do we got going on the VIX? VIX is trying to creep up a little bit. How are the banks doing? Banks looking not great. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. Oof. My JP Morgan calls are not looking amazing. Down 27% on the JP Morgan calls. Honestly, I would be happy to exit Zeno at break even. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the problem right now, because bulls have been feeling so much pain that breaking even is their best option. And that's why we're having so much selling on these rip-ups, because people are obviously nervous. They saw what did I do on Apple yesterday? I saw profit, I took it. I got out of there. It was not big. I mean, I think I made like 5%. But making 5%, way better. Way better than losing 50%, 40%, 30%, whatever. Losing anything. Going from red to green, get out. Now, JP Morgan was interesting yesterday. I was actually break even at 102, and now I'm down 300 at 100. So I think if we can get a nice pump, I might sell one of my contracts for break even. I mean, JP Morgan on my side is just, I have the chart on my side. I have time on my side. The question is, do I have the market on my side? So far, no. So I think it's going to be a good trade, but right now it's not. Do I average down? I don't really want to. I think it'll pump back up to 104, 105 area, but I don't think it's going to be today. We need the bulls to come out in full force today, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Dow rises 100 point as tech attempts to rebound. Apple gains 1%. Man, are they? Man, they are definitely slow. But I think that I stay losing money. It's been a hard week, even for like successful traders, like people that have been trading for a long period of time. I mean, I talked to a lot of different traders that have been trading a lot longer than me, and they're like, yeah, this is tough. But if you make it through this without blowing up your account and able to take profits off the table, you can make it. I mean, 2020, I think is definitely a year that is going to shape and mold you as a trader. I think that we'll be grateful for this year, because trading is not always like this. Trading is not always this difficult. Actually, it's rare that it's this difficult. Usually trading, you kind of let it ride. You can short the rip ups, buy the dips, that whole thing. But right now, we have so much riding. Also, we have the election year. Just volatility in general is going to increase ahead of the election. We got two old men clubbing it out, cage matching. We don't know who's going to win. We think we know who's going to win, but you never really know until that comes out. And then if that comes out, are they going to is that person going to sue the other guy and try to stay in? We don't know what's going to happen here as a trader. We're like, okay, well, Trump could win, Biden could win. If Biden wins, does Trump sue? Blah, blah, blah. We don't know what's going to happen. I have a feeling that if Biden wins, Trump's going to have to be dragged out by security and thrown on the front lawn, because he's not going to want to leave. He's going to call it not fair. He's going to call it blah, blah, blah. He's going to fight it. Biden, if he loses, he'll probably be like, all right, well, it was a good run. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. But just know November 3rd, it's coming sooner than later. We're less than 2 months away. I kind of want to get 2020 even crazier and have a third party win. I don't even know. I mean, we don't even know of any third party names because everyone's political careers are shut down due to coronavirus, and there's no rallies. They're not doing it. If you want to meet with your candidate, you gotta do a Zoom town hall meeting or something. Tesla made me 20K and took it away Tuesday morning, bro. Well, the good news is you have it in you to get back. And that's the thing. After you come off of some losses, sometimes you get in a mentality where like, oh man, I'm feeling down. I can't get it back. But if you've made money before, you can make money again. Don't lie to yourself. You'll make it through. I mean, man, NVIDIA is pushing. I need NVIDIA push up to 510, 515 area, and I will close you out. Let's have a good Friday. I think that's the big thing with trading is keeping your mental game strong, because if you're coming off like losses, you're going to think that those losses are going to continue. They don't have to continue. Don't make yourself believe that they have to continue. Cut them off and say, okay, I'm done with losing. Let's go back to when I was winning. We all had winning streaks. We've all had losing streaks and everything in between where we've been up and down, up and down, up and down. Sometimes we've gone like in the pandemic, I won for like 23 days straight. I was green every single day for 23 days straight. It was amazing. But not trading is not always like that, right? Sometimes you don't want to have a 23-day losing streak because that's god awful. But if you've won in the past, had amazing trades, and you saw the market, you can get back there. NVIDIA was the only thing I made money on this week. I mean, I'm losing, but I'm hanging in there. Yeah, then concentrate on your winners. Like what I do is, if you're trading a lot of different stocks, go back to the stocks that you perform the best on. Go into your P&L and say, hey, where did I make the most money in the last year? Look it up. They'll tell you. Where did you make money? And concentrate on those stocks. Beyond. Hank, what's going on with Beyond? Man, they're flushing SPY again. Yeah, Beyond's getting flushed. Yeah, I mean, this is a rinse and repeat every time on Beyond. Hank, it rips and sells off, rips and sells off, rips and sells off. I mean, this is very usual. That's why I sold at 135. I left money on the table. I made some money. I left a lot of money on the table with Beyond, but I just wasn't sure. I was afraid that 135 was going to be rejection area. It did pump it up to 150, which I was pretty surprised at, but you never really know. You never know. Do you journal your trades? Yes. Well, so I use Discord as kind of my journal under my trades. I have my trades of what I did, and so you can go back, and it also helps. Like it helps you go back in time and say, hey, especially like if you're on a losing streak, you can go back like, man, I made $700 that day. I made $1,100 that day. I made $939 that day. You have it in you. Just look at what you were doing. Just kind of go back. Sometimes you got to remind yourself that you are actually good at something. Up $1,000 this day, up $1,300 this day, up only $150. But then after being only up $150, climbed back up and had quite a few winning days in a row, 4 or 5 winning days in a row. So you really have to keep your mental game on lock and adjust your strategy. You can't just keep doing the same strategy over and over and over again if it's losing. Like, what's the point of that? Yeah, Trevor, 100%. I focus only on Microsoft, Apple, SPY, and try to stay disciplined. Exactly, Trevor's got it. Trevor probably selling $1 million houses and coming back to options is like, man, this is like making pennies after flipping a 7-figure home. Need to out at 135, should have doubled up at 125. Yeah, Hank, if Beyond comes back down to 125, I'll load up for December. Easy as that. There's always going to be another opportunity, unless you're in Tesla right now. It feels like death. if you, Nvidia's holding up pretty good though. Nvidia's holding up. I mean, it's moved up $8. It's chilling. It's not doing horrible on Nvidia. Today, I don't know what they're going to do today. It seems like they wanted to bring it down, but do they? Alibaba's running. Well, trying to run. What's DKNG doing right now? DKNG not particularly strong. Square's down to 140. 140 is decent pricing for Square, so I wonder if it's going to break this or not. Looks like it wants to. Market's a little choppy right now. Nike's up almost 50% today. Should I close? Bro, if you're up 50% in this market, like I think that take the money. like I was up 80% and 50% on some of these trades, and then the market fell apart, and now I'm down in those positions. Like I was up on Walmart by 100%, now I'm down 30%. I was up on Microsoft, and now I'm down on Microsoft. So you know, be grateful for the gains, rinse and repeat. We got too greedy on the bull run, guys. I went to LA a few days ago to look at some properties, and it's insane. Homeless people camping out right next to $1 million houses. It's bad in LA. Yeah. To be honest, I wish I just took the bunch of small gains, 10 to 20%. Yeah. Like you'll see all these people when we have these massive bull runs, like, oh man, I made 800%, I made 200%, I made 1,000%. But know that process is not sustainable. It is not sustainable, and you're witnessing that right now. And then you're going back, hey, maybe I should go back to my core strategy of taking profits at 30%, 20%, 10% even. You know, maybe I should go back to that. Why? Because you got burned and then you got greedy. I'm talking about myself here. I got greedy, and winners turn into losers. Now, obviously, I left those alone, and we adjusted. We adapted to the volatility, been making some money, but it's a rough go having see those in your account every day. Like, bro, a reminder that you should take gains sitting in your account every day. Walmart's pushing up, though, man. Walmart saw some blood this morning. So hit 135, now it's 137. I think that they're going to try to pump it, but market's trying to pump. What's gold doing? Gold's trying to pump. We got gold. Okay. Gold pump would be good. We need a TLT to rip down to 162. That would be good for the stock market. VXX, what we got? VXX hitting low of the week. Weekly low. Kill the greed, guys. There's nothing good about greed. Nothing ever ends well when you have greed. So I'm waiting for Nvidia to kind of pop up here. I think Nvidia, anyone else in Nvidia right now? I think you can come to 515 area. It could run higher, but I think 515. If it goes to 520, that'd be amazing, but I don't know. It needs to get some momentum. We need some stocks to start getting some momentum to the upside. You guys hear about Domino's? Domino's was upgraded this morning, got pumped up. This was a nice dip buy, but the thing about Domino's is you really have to, there's really not great volume on these, and the bid and ask is kind of wide, but if you want to trade months out, like if you go into December, you could try to lowball it and get some pricing, you know. Joshua, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get this Nvidia money. 50% experience, 50% being able to control your emotions. For example, removing fear, hesitation, greed, gambling, thrill, FOMO, ROMO, overtrading, revenge trading out of your system. Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, and it doesn't really matter what experience level you are. You're gonna fall for the same tricks over and over again. I know that doesn't give you hope, but you always got to keep it on lock. You got to keep it. It's always a constant battle against yourself. I always feel like it's not the market, it's myself a lot of times, where I just got to like control myself. I need to discipline myself. You know, you feel like What are those guys that are like, oh, never mind. I'm not gonna bring it up. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Spy's trying to catch some movement here. What's Microsoft doing? Microsoft I think is a good dip buy, but I'm a little bit hesitant to get more long Microsoft, knowing it's below the 50-day and staying below the 50-day. However, at around 200, 205, it's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, again, the market, another morning where we're literally flat at open. And yesterday, it did not end well. I mean, hopefully today it's the reverse, where we're flat down here and we move back up. But yesterday on SPY, we just pinged back and forth for an hour, and then the bottom dropped out and everyone lost it, lost everything. Microsoft fair value 200 to 215, I think so. This is my first 3 months and I've done all of that. Congrats, Aaron. Welcome to trading. Welcome to the first 3 months of the rest of your life. And Tesla does not look good. Tesla looks like it's going to rip some faces today. Dang. Well, luckily I got out of most of that. I'm still long, but I'm in October, so we have time. But the overall market, I mean, it's not particularly strong right now. We have Facebook also. Facebook, are you going to move? I mean, Facebook looks good down here below 270 for sure. But it could reach the lower 260s for sure. For sure. I think Beyond will go down to 125. Let's hope so. I mean, Beyond, I'm surprised it's selling off this much, but that's what happens with the Shanghai news, and that's what happened back in. They had Shanghai news back in here as well. It pumped it up, and then it sold off, and it likes the 125 area. I mean, it's going down quick. You don't go short very much right now. I am not actively shorting right now. I will short when I feel that the time is right. And right now we're just getting a lot of chop. And sure, you know, I could have made money going short for sure. But right now, just pinging back and forth, you can make money both sides. Obviously, on this drop, you're only making money going short. But on this pinging back and forth between two numbers, like let's say on SPY, you can definitely make money being a bull and being a bear. But you have to take your money. Like look at the last few days. You had to take your money. We're in the exact same spot unless you're selling like premium or iron condors. You have to take your money if you're a bull. You have to take your money as a bear because we rip down, we gap up. I mean, that's just how things have been going right now. Yeah, Tesla's looking really bad. I have a 45K collateral stuck with Tesla. Sold 450 put. Had to roll this position in October now. Dang, bro. Dang. Now, what's Zoom? What's Zoom and Docu doing? Yeah, Zoom's the hero. You can count on Zoom. I think Zoom might even squeeze back up to 450. It looks squeezy. I love trading Zoom, but it's a scary stock. It didn't used to be like that. I've been trading Zoom all year, and it's not been this scary as it has been now. DocuSign, again, in the lower 200. I like DocuSign in the lower 200s. 205, 204 is nice. I do think it could ramp up to 220 again, but we really need some momentum. I think the big speculative stocks will probably give up a lot more while value and quality tech will hold value appreciate. Agreed. Except for they took Microsoft to the slaughterhouse. The baby boy is down for the count and it's not climbing up. Push. Apple as well. Apple just like, woof. They took Apple out. I wonder how many people bought Apple and Tesla and are like, I'm never going to invest money ever again. That was a horrible experience. I guarantee it's going to be a lot of people. If TikTok deal doesn't go through, could be a decent sell-off. President isn't going to extend the TikTok deadline. Yeah, I agree. I don't think anyone's getting TikTok, man. TikTok owners want to hold on to it, which, I mean, it makes sense. It's your baby. You don't want to sell it to America. Americans steal everything. Looks like we're going to get some volatility here. What we got on gold? Gold's coming down. VXX, what we got? VXX trying to pop up, but I think we could be in some trouble here. Lots of my friends in real estate loaded up on Tesla, Apple after split. No consideration and valuation. Yeah, I mean, it just goes right up, right? Man. Looks like it might be a repeat of yesterday. Gap up and a rip down. They're just, man, they're just taking it out. VXX just popped up pretty big. That says something about their credibility. Yeah, I don't know. You know. I mean, if you create something, you're not going to want to be forced. Like, if you created something worth billions of dollars, you don't want to be in a position that you're forced to do anything with it. I mean, at least for me. Like, if I created something that generated billions of dollars and the government was telling me that I had to do something, or multiple governments were telling me I had to do something, I'd be honest with you, I probably wouldn't want to listen. You know, like, and we're seeing a VXX spike right now. Market's dropping. Looks like we're in for a rough ride. We are in for a rough ride. I mean, maybe. I mean, Nvidia is still rather strong, but Tesla just turned red. Apple's red. Microsoft, it's hanging in there. I wonder if Microsoft is like, hey, this is the amount we're going to sell off. We're not going down anymore. We're holding ground. Netflix, I like Netflix. Netflix 480, decent support here on Netflix 480, so I like that. Might try to find a position in there. Roku, I think is holding its gains up, but it looks like it wants to come back down to 150. So I'm just trying to be patient. All right, take care, Mal. Have fun at class. I have Tesla puts this time. All right, Aaron. Just be safe. Just be safe. But yeah, that was a 20-point sell-off on Tesla just now. Iron Condor on Netflix. Nice. Yeah, everything, Trevor, everything has had a decent size sell-off. Everything. Except Chipotle. Chipotle, those burritos are coming in clutch right now. Chipotle not selling off. Chipotle says we're gonna hold our ground here. We're not selling off. You guys love the burritos too much. Too bad their options are trash. Yeah, TLT now it's making a move to the upside. Tesla's getting decimated. You know what stocks have been doing pretty well is Caterpillar. Caterpillar has actually been doing relatively well in all of this. I mean, Caterpillar is having some breakouts. Chipotle burritos and bowls are my favorite. Going to appreciate more and more. Well, buy some Chipotle stock and everything will be better. Tech stocks are getting obliterated. I mean, they had a good run. I mean, I won't, no one's going to complain about the run that the tech stocks had. Nobody. But it's a rough go. Nvidia is back down. Coming back down to break even on the day, revisiting yesterday's lows. On SPY, we're revisiting yesterday's lows. So it's gonna be, man, that's a pretty massive sell-off right there for SPY. So it's gonna be interesting. Definitely gonna be interesting. Yeah, Nvidia just had a 10-point sell-off. So we'll see what happens here, guys. I'm going to take off. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe today. Don't blow up your accounts. You can do it. Don't blow up your accounts. You may not want to short. You can make money being a bull in this, but you have to take profits. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.